Hello, good evening, everyone. Trust you are good. Please confirm you can hear me and then you can see my screen. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me clearly and confirm you can see my screen clearly before we get started tonight. I need to confirm we can all hear me. I need to confirm we can all hear me. Okay, thank you, Flow Waters. Thank you for the confirmation. I need more confirmation. Please confirm you can hear me and you can see my face clearly. Good evening, Mr. Samuel Adebowale. Good evening, Mr. Olanrewaju. Good evening, Mr. Benedict. Good evening, Apan. Good evening, Olashade. Good evening, Olukumi. Good evening. Pastor Fortune, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm glad to have us here. Please, like I said, if you have your friends or family members that you have invited and they are not yet here and you are joining, please go ahead and send them a reminder, give them a reminder. Let them know we are live and we are starting right now. Mr. Simon, good evening. Longest time. Trust you are good. Good to see everyone here tonight. And I think I have one of my, I have a winner already, and I promise to give the first person that joined this call tonight a gift. So I want to believe that the person is Mr. Samuel Adebowale. Mr. Samuel Adebowale, congratulations. You just won yourself a gift, compliment of the season, and your larger. Thank you so much. So, as you are joining, while we try to wait for 1 minute, 2 minutes, we started actually. So, as you are joining, please click the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Just click the subscribe button so that subsequent content will not miss you out and you will not miss it out. So just click the subscribe button because you are in for a smooth ride tonight. It's going to be just 1 hour, and then I'm going to try as much as possible to dish so much. I will not be too fast, but I'm constrained with time. But I just want to make sure that you get value overload, for your time this evening. I'm not a time waster, and I don't intend to waste your time. So let's get right into the presentation for tonight. Okay, so investing 101, how to invest in 2025. My name is Peter Akinola. This is powered by Asset School Africa. So why should you listen to me? Why should you listen to me? So I said, my name is Peter Akinola and I'm a financial freedom advocate and investment enthusiast. So I'm a co-founder of a retail company here in Nigeria and then an edtech company. I'm also the founder of Asset School Africa. I am the author of New Asset Class, the book you are currently seeing displaying on your screen, which I published in 2018. Currently, I sell the book for 5,000 naira. So, Mr. Samuel, that is what you are getting. You are getting that for free tonight for being the first person to join the call. And then the book talks about takes you from 0 to 100 of how to invest in the cryptocurrency market. I also had a little bit of financial intelligence tips and also wrote a bit about my personal experience in the market. So I'm sure you will get so much value from the book. So I am married and I'm based in Ibadan, Nigeria. That's where I currently based, but from there I move around a lot. So advocating for financial literacy and freedom has been my mission since 2015, organizing many events and one-on-one coaching for individuals, families, businesses, and non-profit non-profit organization in Nigeria and outside the country. So for them to understand and master financial freedom. So the question here is, why are we here tonight? Why are we here tonight? Why are we here tonight? So, like I said, I'm not a time waster and I will not waste your time. What is the story behind the event tonight? What is the story behind the event tonight? So, in the last few years of my life, I've met a number of good people, but stuck in life doing what they hate doing, what they don't like doing, in jobs they don't like, in different, situations that, they find themselves that they don't like, in abusive relationship, living miserable life, just because they do not have the financial power to do otherwise. So I took a little step further and asked few of them, some few critical questions that I'm going to ask you also tonight. So my first question is this: if your basic needs, when I mean basic needs, I mean your feeding, your shelter, your clothing, your transportation, your data, your children welfare, school fees and all of that, and a little bit left for the women, if all of that is sorted for life for you, all of those things I've spoken about and even more under the calendar or under the umbrella of basic needs are sorted. But now this is my question: would you be in the current career that you are, and will you be living the current lifestyle that you are living? So while you are ruminating on that, while you are thinking on that, and then thinking of what your answer is, let me quickly add one more question to it. And this is my second question: if the money gathered during your naming ceremony wasn't spent, but it was invested in a financial instrument that is able to deliver conservatively, let's say 10% yearly, or just something that is not doing so much, but at least it's able to take care of inflation year in, year out, and then it was left alone then compounding over the years. And then on your 18th year birthday or probably on your graduation day, your dad or your mom handed it over to you and said, "This is what we get for you, this is this and that, just the money gathered on your naming ceremony, you're probably just a little bit more every year, that just like we just finished Christmas and New Year, all the little stipend were invested and then in this, and then you were handed over the portfolio." My question is, will it influence your choice of career? Will it influence your choice of spouse and every other thing in between in your life today? Excuse me. So I do not need you to answer this question loudly. Don't answer me. However, I need you to be sincere with yourself, because that is the true beginning. That is the true beginning. Excuse me. So I need you to be sincere with yourself and answer the question to yourself. So to thy own self, be true. Note your answer down or know it in your mind. So that said, let's get started. So whatever it is that your answer from that question is my reason for doing this tonight. And I strongly believe that investment, if we all have just the foundational knowledge of investment, we do much more than we are currently doing with our finances. And that's why we are here tonight. So let me start from the very basics and then we build it up from there. So what is investment? So it is the act of allocating money or resources generally into a venture with the mindset or with the mind of getting return in one way or the other, or getting value. Let's just say getting value in one way or the other. So what are the characteristics of investment. So we're talking about capital allocation. So it requires you to, commit financially upfront. There's an expectation of return on investment. So it has some level of risk, and uncertainty also attached. So we cannot shy away from that. And then investment can also be short term, long term, depending on the goal of the investor and also the asset type. So, so let's quickly look at different types of investment. Pardon my naming system. The names are not so important. Just understand what they are. So, so the first one is what I named the financial investment. So these are, under this financial investment, you see stocks. So what are stocks? This is buying shares in a company to gain ownership and potential high dividends or capital gain. There are two ways to earn from stocks. It's either you earn from capital gain. What do we mean by capital gain? You bought the stock of Dangote Cement at 2 naira. In the next few months, you gain 4 naira. Four minus two. That means you have 2 naira, profit. That's capital gain. Yeah, dividends means that there are some companies there that says thank you for partnering with us, thank you for investing with us. Every time we declare profit, we give a portion of our profit to all of our investors. So that little amount that they put on every share hold is what we call dividends. Is what we call dividends. So the next one is bond. So bond is lending money to entities. So most times the most popular one is lending money to government. So you will see federal government saving bonds, you will see Dangote bonds. So, either to government or big organization, and then with the mindset of earning the money back at a specific time with a particular, profit on it, interest on it. Now, the next one is mutual fund. That's pulling funds together and using it to invest or diversify into portfolio. So if I say today, guys, let's come together and buy a property and then do business. Value we bought it 50 million and we sold it for 10 million. We made a profit of 50 million. We're going to share the profit as well. And then we have mutual funds organized everywhere. And then we have what we call the real estate investment trust. So these are investments in real estate, properties and mortgage. Now these are common terms that you need to know and understand how they work. So the next one will be real investment. Like I said, pardon my use of nomenclature. So the real investment, they are real estate, and these are the first one I can just say they are paper investment. So you can say these are real investment, because you can touch them. If you buy a property, you can touch the house, you can touch the land. If you buy, physical property like gold, like oil, like you invest in agricultural business, I mean, in product. Some people will buy beans, at the season and store it up into another season. Those are tangible investments that you can, touch. So let's run. The alternative investment, then we start talking about cryptocurrency. These are digital assets like Ethereum, like Bitcoin. Then we have private equities. So these are investments in private companies and startups. So these are companies that you cannot buy shares into them. You cannot buy shares into a company unless they are publicly listed. I will get into all of that. Let me not jump ahead of myself. So, but the ones, so for example, if you want to invest in my business now, it's going to be private equity because I'm not listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, any stock exchange yet. Whatever investments you are putting it on, it's going to be on a private equity basis. I hope you understand. So the next one will be art and collectible. So buying valuable art, people that like drawing, that like artwork, antiques, and rare items. People also do collections of different things, collections of vintage cars and all of that. All of those things are investments, but first you need to understand and know how to play in that industry before you jump into it. So the other one, the next one is personal investment. These are investments in education, spending money to skill up, to increase your qualification, to increase your earning potential, or the next one, which is entrepreneur, is starting a business. So that said, why invest? Why do we invest? We invest because we want to do what? Accumulate wealth, because we invest because of financial security, we want to hedge against inflation, we also invest, for inflation, for retirement planning. We also invest for retirement planning because there will be a time that we will not be able to work as much as we want to work anymore. Because at a stage in life, we are exchanging our time and energy for money. At another stage in time, the energy and time will not be, will not be as valuable anymore because the energy will have reduced. So and then the last one is achieving goals. Maybe you want to fund an education, you want to japa, you want to study abroad, and then you thought about it. There's no other way to do it. You can invest towards it. You want to buy a home or any other life, aspiration. So what are we going to be focusing on tonight? I'm going to be focusing on a few things so that I can be able to drive my points home. So I'm going to be focusing on equities. What are equities? Equities are stocks or shares. And I know that for a lot of us, our parents have had their ends burnt. They bought the stock of Nigeria Wire Cable. They bought stock of the Concord Bank. There are a lot of those things, and they are nothing today. Now, all of those things, like I love to say, money, investment, oil and gas, whatever it is that you think make people rich is a lie. None of those things made them rich. It is their knowledge of that thing that made them rich. If you want to argue with me, let me ask a question. Think of just one industry that can make anybody a billionaire. And then let me ask you, are there people that are billionaires in that industry? Okay, yes. Then let me ask you another question. Are there people that also fall in that industry? Yes. So it's not the industry or the business, it is the knowledge you have about the business. So most of our parents, when they invested in the whole thing, they just give their money to somebody, probably a stockbroker. The person eat everything. Maybe the person was even the one that chose the stock they bought, and they just put it there. They really do not have the opportunity you and I have today to be able to do these things by ourselves, to be able to put our eyes in it and understand why we do what we do, and know how to work our way around it. So, like I've said earlier, stocks are shares of ownership in companies. When I say companies, not every company. Companies that are listed in the stock market of the country. So if you want to invest in Nigerian Stock Exchange, if a company that's listed in Nigerian Stock Exchange, in Nigeria, the company must be registered, must be listed on Nigerian Stock Exchange. If you want to invest in the US, the company must be listed in their stock exchange, and that's what I'm talking about. So when they talk about returns, we have two returns, like I've said. We have capital appreciation, and then we have dividends. So we have companies that pay dividends quarterly. Hear me? Guys, please confirm you can hear me. I feel my network just went off. I need someone to confirm you can hear me before I proceed. Hello guys, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Hello, can anyone hear me? Am I speaking to myself? Okay, thank you, Abdulatif. Thank you so much. I actually thought I've been speaking to myself. Thank you so much. So, I said there are some companies that pay dividends, quarterly, and some just pay twice a year, and then we also have companies that pay dividends monthly. So if you are thinking of planning for retirement, you can start, building up your portfolio with companies that pay dividends monthly. That's a simple way to earn to replace your salary. You just have to have enough. So it's a matter of saying that how much do I need to earn monthly passively? So if it is this amount, then how much do I need to invest in this company or these kind of companies to be able to earn that monthly? It's that simple. There's no rocket science to it. So let me just continue. I'm sure somebody is getting some ideas already. So if you have gotten value for in this event so far, you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, you are wrong. So just look for where the subscribe button is and click on subscribe button and also like this video. So let's continue. So the next one will be fixed income security. Oh, the background music is it too loud? Oh, sorry, I just reduced it totally. Thank you for that feedback. Mr. Solomon, thank you for that feedback. Is it better now? I just reduced it now. Okay, so bonds, like I've earlier said, bonds are they are instruments, they are debt instruments, and then they are risk free. They are from they are either low risk or no risk at all. Low or no risk at all. Because the only reason you will not get your money is when the country is no longer a country anymore. And then before that happens, the least of if that happens, the least of your worries will be your money. So the risk on fixed income securities like bonds are very minimal. So the returns are fixed, regular interest payment that we call return, and then return on principal amount at maturity. Fixed. Those things are what? Fixed. So I've spoken about the risk, low, very low, or even more like nothing at all. The next one under that same category is T-bills, treasury bills. So these are also short-term, debt instruments issued by government. So the returns are sold at, T-bills are sold at a discount. So one good thing about T-bills is collect your interest upfront. And let me tell you how some people are using this thing. So if I have a million naira in my account and I need 50,000, if I remove that 50,000 from 1 million, what I have left is 9. But it is wisdom to say this 1 million, I don't need it. I can just as well put it in a fixed deposit account. Another 3 years, I don't need it. It's a long-term saving. But if I remove 50,000 from it, it's what? It becomes 950. So what can I do? I can buy treasury bills with that 1 million. So whatever percentage the profit is going to be, they will have paid me upfront. So it's as good as saying that if the percentage if the return on my investment is going to be 50,000, for example, what I'm using to buy the T-bills is 950,000. What I'm giving the government is 950,000. Me, I will not use my 50,000 to do whatever I want to do with it. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? By the time they are paying me back by the expiration of the contract we've signed, they will pay me back my 1 million, shall my 1 million, full 1 million. See wisdom. Somebody say wisdom. Somebody say wisdom. Type wisdom in the box. Somebody type wisdom. So, if you don't understand these things, you will not be flexible with them. There are several ways we can use all of these instruments, depending on how deep your understanding is about them. So it's one thing I just spoke about now. Somebody has done it, people do it a lot. But which guys do it? They would rather buy a TBU, use the interest on it to fit whatever bill they want to do, and then collect their money back in full. So let's continue. The next one, mutual fund. The next one is mutual fund. What are they? Putting together investment and so the next one is ETFs, exchange traded funds. Exchange traded funds. So these are also similar to mutual fund, but then these ones are traded on the exchanges like individual stocks. So instead of buying, so for example, if you are not so sure of what to buy, we have a lot of stocks in the market. If you are not so sure of the stock to buy, but you are so sure that there's an industry that is growing, you can buy an ETF that is growing industry. One of the most popular ETFs in the world today is S&P 500, S&P 500 or VOO. They track the same thing. So these two ETFs I mentioned track the most valuable 500 companies in America. So I'm saying that in just one piece of ETF that you buy, you have all the 500 companies there. So you have Apple, you have Microsoft, you have Tesla, you have this, you have that, you have all of that. So it use your risk and then and then takes management of it. And then you also have ETFs that are focused on dividends, that is paying you. So we have ETFs that focus on growth. Growth means that they only have in there companies that are driving growth that don't pay dividends. We also have the ones that they are focused on dividends, may not grow as much, but they focus. And we also have ETFs that they drive growth. So at the end of the day, you benefit from all of these things and you understand it. So real estate investment, I've spoken about it, speaking about real estate investment. So advantage of financial investment, I've spoken about this, I've spoken about this. So how do you start? How do you start? You have to learn this. I've taken you through a quick basis of the market. You have to learn the basics. And then you have to set your investment goal. What is your objective? What do you want to do? What you want to achieve? Say you choose a stockbroker and you open a central security clearance system account. So you open a central security system account, you open all of that. Now, the steps are long, but to shorten the step, you need two things. Two things, just two things, or two people. You need me, or sorry, you need Assets to Africa, and then you need an investment app. So I can recommend Bamboo. Bamboo is what I use personally. So I can recommend all of that for you. Once you create an account on Bamboo, you automatically, you automatically start with the top broker, you start all of those steps I've mentioned. You bypass all of that. And if you need to invest in the Nigerian stock market, okay, if you need to invest in the Nigerian stock market, you don't need all of the troubles that you need to go through anymore. Everything has been sorted. You need access to Africa for knowledge and for guidance. You need investment hub like that, like Trove, like Chika, like Chaka rather, like Happiness, and all of that, you know, to be able to, invest. So before I get into questions, let me take few testimonies. Now, this chart I'm currently showing shows one of my people that have been buying dollars since time immemorial. The reason I want to share this as my first testimony so that you can see the value of consistent investment. This person is not even investing in stock or anything. He just keeps investing in dollars. If you can zoom your screen, you will see that on the I think they thought a year, this person $2 at 760 per dollar on 30th of December 2022. And then at the same price, he bought on the 1st of January 2023. And he kept buying like that, like that, like that, like that, till probably till last week. Yes, till last week. But what I want you to see is the different price that this person got in this asset class, got into this asset. The person kept buying, kept buying, kept buying, kept buying, kept buying. So it gives the advantage of buying at a lower price. So if the person wants to now sell off now, person must have made a huge profit. Imagine somebody buying dollar at seven something. Currently that dollar has become something else. So that's just one. So the next one, the few these are the few I will attach. So this person says, thanks for answering my question and thank you for the group. It has inspired me to take charge of my finances. This person says, I have no idea how much you have done for me already. God bless you and indeed, God said, please, which stock can I invest in? Even my husband that did not attend the class is taking the investment more serious than me. We have people like that. So she has started implementing the knowledge. So, and then this is somebody's account. This person built this account, I think from less than $100 to where it is to be investing. And this is someone's bamboo account. This is somebody's beginner's account for crypto investing. Another one I want to share is this is how you see this is the internal view of bamboo page. If you are using the bamboo app, this is how it looks like. So this person have made a profit of 76% on Tesla. Tesla is an international company. This person is living in Nigeria. That the person who have a valid passport or visa to the US. And the person has made 76% on Tesla. And this person has also made 7.2% on JP Morgan and also made 45% on S&P 500. S&P 500. So can you see, all of that? Can you see that? So those are the that is part of what is possible when you take uh, advantage of the opportunity you currently have. Now, just like I promised, I said I was going to share or show you how you can, get to earn passively monthly using low to zero risk investment opportunity or instrument. So let me quickly switch my screen now and show you what I'm talking about. A minute, please. Let me quickly. Okay, so please confirm you can see that my screen have changed. I need you to confirm that. I need you to confirm that you can see that my screen has changed. How do I confirm this? So, One minute. I just need to confirm that you can see what I'm showing. Okay, so let me just share the entire screen so that. Okay, so this is good. This is good. That means you can see my screen. So, this is what I promised. The FGN saving bond is what I was talking about. And then it's just, we can also look at another thing entirely. So, we have NGF saving bond, and then let me quickly go to FGN saving bond. So currently, the last one that they did had a tenure of 3 years. You also have a tenure of 2 years, and it's offering 17.67%. So what does that mean? It means that whatever amount, whatever you, and then the list is probably 5,000 naira. So whatever amount you bought, your interest will be 17.67%. So let's use 10,000 naira as your capital. So how much do you hand? You are going to hand 1,700 naira, you know, in the year, and then quarterly you are going to hand 441 naira, and then 3 years you will hand 5,000 naira on your money. You will have, made 50% of your money. So that is the foundation. Now, how do you now use this calculation to make consistent monthly income? All you need to do is how much calculate based on the interest that is being given per time. Calculate how much you need, to want to make monthly. So look at this. So let's say, let's say you invested 1 million naira in July. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you invest 1 million naira in July, and then like I said, this thing is paid quarterly. Your return is paid quarterly. So at 17.67%, you will earn 44,000 naira quarterly. So you earn 44,000 naira in October, and then you don't have to do anything. No. This money will be paid directly into your bank account. You will earn 44,000 in October, you will earn 44,000 in January, you will earn 44,000 in April, you earn 44,000 in July, and then continue like that until your tenure is over and you get your capital back. So that means out of 12 months, you have covered for 4 months. So you will now go ahead and invest in August as well. So we invest 1 million naira in August again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 at this particular rate. So by the time the August one mature, it will mature in November. So you will earn this amount in November, you will earn also in February, you will earn in May, you will earn in August. So what do you do again? The next month, which is September, you invest 1 million again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this one, by the time this one mature, you earn in December, you earn in March, you earn in June, you earn in September. Tell me this is not beautiful. And then you have no risk at all. No risk at all. All of this thing, comes with no risk at all. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine that? That you did all of that with no risk at all. And you can also decide not to even earn the dividends, but rather you want to keep compounding it so that you can increase your capital enough to be able to earn more. So at this point, I would like to take question, but I believe I would like to take question if you can hear me clearly and you are currently at the end of the presentation. Please drop your question in the message box. I would like to take question. So the first question, so while I'm waiting for question, what do you do from here? That is the question I want to ask. I have taken my time to educate you. I've taken my time to open your eyes I've taken my time to help you see the possibilities, just a few of the possibilities in the market. So for the ones that already know about this, they just need somebody to ginger them again. I believe I've done a good job. But for the people that are new to this and they want someone to hold them hand in hand and guide them step by step into how to create an account, how to buy your hot stock, how to do this, how to do that. So everyone that is in that category, and I recommend, even if you think you know about this, I would also advise that you join. There's a class I am starting next week. It is not a recorded class. It's a live class that we can sit down, probably on Zoom or on Google Meet. We can sit down and we can teach you step by step. It's a week long class, at least 5 classes. We can take it step by step. I will show you how to do it. You will do it. I will show you how to do it. You will do it. Now, that is the class. That is the class I am telling you to come to join. So if you are interested, the class is 10,000 naira, and that is the cheapest I've done. If you go to my channel today, you'll see some videos. There were a few things, there are a few excerpts from some past private classes that I've done. One of them is even for a client in the UK. So the 10,000 naira is a giveaway price. But to put icing on the cake, so that you can understand that I am so interested and passionate about you understanding and making passive income or making your money work for you in 2025. You need to do what? You need to do what? Join this class. So for everyone that joined the class, in the next 25, in the next 24 hours, you can pay 5,000 naira. Yes, I'm doing 50%, 50% discount for everyone that will join my, how to class. I'm saying step by step guide on everything I've said so far. Step by step guide into everything I've said. And then I can assure you 2025 will be different for you. It will be a compounding year of the last 10 years, because this wisdom, it's potent when you put it to work. So if you are ready and you want me to take you through how to do this from start to finish, showing you, doing it with you, and you also have 6 months access, 6 months mentorship with it. 6 months mentorship with it. It is 5,000 naira in the next 24 hours. After that becomes 10,000 naira again. It's a live class. It's not recorded class. It's going to be a class like this. Take you step by step. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, and then I will take your hand from start to finish. So that said, let me take your question. Uh, so the account details 0030632926 GTB Peter Akinola. So once you make the payments, please drop your proof of payment for me on WhatsApp so that I can get it registered. So once you make your payment, drop it. So for everyone that requested the account number, that is it. Or you can also private chat me to have it. So if you are paying in the next between now and the next 24 hours, that is 10 p.m. tomorrow morning is 5,000 naira. Anytime, any moment after that, it is 10,000 naira. So let me answer a few questions before we call it a day today. Let me call it. I mean, let me answer a few questions. I'm scrolling through the chat box now to be able to. How much is the least amount to begin with? Thank you, Mr. Solomon, for that question. For that question, I owe you a gift, Mr. Solomon. After this class, please come to my DM. Let me give you data. Let me give you data for whatever network that you are currently using. So, how much is the least amount you can invest with? My brother, you can start your investment with 1,000 naira. Yes, I tell you. In Nigerian stock, you can invest with 1,000 naira. In US stock, you can start with $1. If you are talking about mutual fund, I mean, we are talking about FGN saving bond, you can start with 5,000 naira. So nobody has an excuse. No matter, you can do 1,000 naira if that is what you have. So there is no limit. Honestly, there is no limit. You can start with as low as 1,000 naira, Mr. Solomon. I said, Nebo Tochuku, sorry, I had network issue. Which one is better, bond or treasure or T-bills? There's nothing like better. It depends on how you want to use it. Are you getting my point? So it depends on what you want, and that's why my first question to people is, what is your objective? What is your objective? So, if you have your objective stated, then you can now look at what model of investment will fit into your objective. For example, treasury breeze is one payment, is not split into four times like bonds. So you might want to look at all of those differences, and then you would be able to decide what works for you. But they are both zero risk. Hannah says, are you teaching crypto? Yes, in that class, I will also show you, because I love to diversify portfolio, and I want everybody to be able to pick, what I call real gems, gems, valuable companies or valuable token or valuable assets across different asset class. Yes, crypto would also be part of what we'll be looking at. It might not be as in-depth, yes, but you would know enough to be able to, invest and get profits. That's it. There's no need teaching you the technicalities when you are not, I will not teach you what you don't need. I will teach you exactly what you need. The goal here is to make money and make it, with peace of mind. Like the name of this challenge is what? Peaceful investor. You want to make peaceful money. So I will teach you enough for you to do that. And then you also have access to all of my resources, to me for the next 6 months to ask you questions and all of that. And of course, if you're asking for what is beyond your money, I will tell you that, madam, what you're asking for is beyond your money. But that's just a lighter note. But that is who I am. I'm always be there to support. And then any other question? Any other question before we call it a day tonight? I want to believe I've offered you value tonight. Either you join my class or you don't, I want to believe I've not wasted your time and I've offered you value tonight. So if you have gained value tonight, you can as well, reciprocate by subscribing and liking this video, so that other people will be able to also gain the same value you gain, and then you also can get notified when there's a valuable content drops on this channel. So do we have any other question before we call it a day tonight? Any other question before we call it a day tonight? Mr. Ayolaja, I'm so sorry for the network issue, and I want to believe it's from your side, or is it from my side? So you can tell me what exactly you missed, maybe, or then good. Another thing is this: this video will be available for replay, so you can come back and watch it, by, let's say, tonight, tomorrow, it will be available on this channel for you to rewatch. So if there's any part of the video that you feel or felt the network did not allow you listen through very well, you can always come back to it. The video will be available here. I will also share the link to it, on the group. So sorry for that, Mr. Ayolaja. So any other question? So, in the absence of further question, thank you so much for joining tonight. Let's go back to the group for further, conversation. Thank you so much, guys, for joining this call tonight. I really appreciate your time, and I believe you've gained value from this class tonight. So, Mr. Yolanda, just go back and watch the video. I've mentioned everything because your question is not specific. If you are talking about the internship rate I'm talking about, except that you would need to, one investment you make will cater for 4 months, which is quarterly, it's quarterly payment, and we have 4 quarters in a year. So the first investment caters for 4 months, which is quarter, 1 month in each quarter, and then the second investment you may cover for another 4 months, which is 1 month in every quarter, and then the next one. Just look at the charts, you know. Maybe I should also do a screenshot of the chat and drop it on the group for others. But you can always come back to this video once we publish it, so that you can, gain so much value from it again and again. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. See you on the group. Good night. Good night, guys.